Welcome to the Roncalli, the new gymnasium here at Roncalli High School, the Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium here on the campus. Just opened. This is actually going to be our first broadcasted home volleyball game between the Roncalli volleyball team and the visiting Carmel Greyhounds. I'm Stefan Welsh alongside the one and only Rob Brown.
Great to be here, Stefan. A lot of great storylines tonight. I think you look, Carmel starts out 0-2, but they played two teams in the top 10, including number 1 ranked Hamilton Southeastern. Meanwhile, Roncalli off to a 2-0 start. So you got that. Roncalli started 0-3 last year. The third loss in that sequence was to Carmel on the road. Then you've got the storyline of Christina Erasmus in her first year as the head coach at Roncalli, looking down the sideline at Christine Dean, who was her teammate here at Roncalli back in 1998.
So the Rebels, I had on good authority, were electing to receive no matter what tonight,
Okay.
even if they had won the coin toss. So
Roncalli's JV team winning in 2 sets earlier tonight, just prior to coming on air.
Yep.
Looks like we're set to go here.
And here we go, the first serve of the night. That, of course, taken to by Noel Zingraf and Murphy with the swing on the outside. Faith setting that one to the right side, not quite ready. The Greyhounds able to get a ball over. Faith takes that one. And a little outside line shot by Eads. And then the Rebels block at the net. That's good job by Hill and Eads to get up there.
That was McCarty McQueen, who is the team leader in kills, that went up to put that one away, but a nice block down the line.
Very nice. So Emma Halter back to serve. All-state last year.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row. She is
Only a junior.
only a junior, and you'll see she's got a pretty good serve, but you'll see that the Rebels will receive 2 most of the night, and that means that the Greyhounds will, of course, try to serve at her counterpart. Nice serve there, taken by the Greyhounds. Really good pass. Going for the back row attack and rolls it into the net is number 1, Lauren Evans.
Well, Halter just toward the end of the summer committed to the University of Texas. Saw a recruiting website earlier this week. She's ranked as the #1 player in her class in the state.
Nice. And you can really tell there, too. And it looks like the Greyhounds having a little trouble there in serve receive. And Halter's got a good serve, that's for sure. Nice, hard float serve. I'll tell you what, Texas is getting a great player.
She's only halfway through her high school career. Hard to believe.
Yeah.
Already very accomplished.
Over 1,000 digs. And she goes to the floor with Lazan, and the Rebels just downball that one over. Another back row attack from Evans. And it seems like right now, as Murphy drills one over, that one gets played off of the block. It seems right now that the Greyhounds are just not quite able to get a set up front. Maybe some control issues.
It seems like early going here that they're on their heels.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just reacting versus attacking.
Yeah. We need to have a good first pass, good first touch, and we don't get one there. But they free ball it over, so you get a shot here at playing some defense, and they do, and they get the block on Lazan there. That's number 11.
Emily Waddell. Nice play. The sophomore.
And we have the libero number 14, Brell, back to serve for the Greyhounds.
She is one of only 3 seniors on this Carmel roster.
Well, there you go.
Young team.
There's not too many seniors on the Roncalli roster.
Just 2.
There's just 2. So 2 young teams going out of here. And the Rebels will get the kill for the side out. And you'll see Zingraf go out, Murphy go out. Who is that?
One of the 2 seniors, Ruthie New, back to serve.
Ruthie New coming in to serve, and we have Wilson going in on the outside, who's a great outside hitter.
New is second on the team with 4 aces, had 2 last night in the win at Lawrence North.
And good job by the Greyhounds there, extending the court. Going off the top of the block. New wasn't able to get back. Touch that one. Good job at taking that with the hands by New, and Wilson rolls that one off the top of the block, and that's a pretty good job of just extending the court. Not able to pick it up, the Greyhounds.
When that was one where she couldn't really get all of her power behind it.
Yeah, and part of what happens there is you have an inside set, and you weren't quite ready for that, so you do a roll shot on the inside, and really just swinging on an awkward set like that, the defense isn't always in the best position. Kara Vlodarchuk checks in, serves, and then a kill happens right in front of her. Not that it was her fault there. Ball went off the block. She was trying to dig it. Monica Jones checking in for the Rebels. She's going to set in the back row. Rebels run a 6-2.
7-3.
Roncalli runs a 6-2.
Early up. Either way.
Either way right now. Lazan with a good, strong cross-court hit from the right side. Evans dug by Halter. And I think Wilson hit that one off of the antenna.
Yep, she did.
Yep.
I'll be interested to see Stefan. It's very early in the season, obviously. Roncalli's played only one home match. That was Saturday in the opener, 3-set win over Franklin Central. But you got to get some time to see how it develops. But I'll be interested in the coaches and players' perspective playing in this new gym with the higher ceiling.
Yeah,
that's over in the old Woodshed gym.
Certainly. I would think that as a coach myself, as Wilson hits that one long, as a coach myself, if you're practicing and playing in a gym with a shorter ceiling, you're going to be a better passing team. But you're also going to be a better hustling team too, because you know that balls that are dug that go off high off the ceiling, you have to hustle for it, follow. And in here, you're right. It's not going to be quite the same. We'll see what kind of passing teams Roncalli has from now on, right?
Well, the ceiling in here, of course, they moved in, did the athletic teams in here right before Christmas. So this is the first full volleyball season in this new gym that opened in December of last year.
Nice attack there out of the middle from number 4, Rogers.
And to finish that thought, the Woodshed was the home for Roncalli volleyball since the early 70s. But the ceiling over here in the Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium is 18 feet higher. That's a huge difference.
That's huge. That is huge. Might as well be a field house. Nice pass there by Halter. She's, of course, there to get the dig off of the block. And that's hit long by Birch. Pretty good job by the Rebels there, recycling that ball, trying it on the outside, getting blocked, going to the right side. That's the right decision there. Give it a shot there.
That was long.
By number 9, Yuska.
Service goes back to Roncalli, but a nice job by Carmel to get out of an early hole. Roncalli was up 6-1, and Carmel was able to get it back to 8-7, or 7-8, I should say, before surrendering the serve.
Nice pass there. And that's what you'll see here. If Carmel can get a good touch, they're going to get a good offense out of that. And they're really nice pass off of the serve. And they get a nice quick attack.
That was the middle, Waddell, the sophomore, Emily Waddell, who put that one away.
Yeah. And here back to serve is number 4, Rogers. That one taken by Zingraf. As I said, they're going to target Zingraf a lot tonight. Murphy hit it over the side. We got a dig there by Halter. Birch, the lefty, taking a swing. No kill. And then that would be number 1, Evans, getting the kill on Zingraf.
That's Lauren Evans. You got Evans and Waddell, both sophomores there up front.
They're going to be good.
They've come back to tie it at 9, have the Greyhounds.
Zingraf receiving again and trying for the middle with Hill. And that ball kept up and just pushed over. Nice dig by Zingraf. Jones' sets are just a little off, or the hitter's timing's just a little off. Setter trying to play a little defense there, and she can't quite get it up. This is Jones' second or third varsity match of her career.
Yep.
She's just a sophomore.
So Carmel has its first lead of set 1.
A little bit of a run here by the Greyhounds. Rogers with the serve and an ace. Like I said, it's going to be all up to, the Rebels are going to do really well tonight if their opposite DS is going to be okay, because Halter's going to get hers, right? Mm-hmm. But if the Hounds can target that opposite, it could be a long night if those girls aren't on. And that's a really nice swing there by Evans again. And it looks like that's going to be the first timeout.
Yep. Roncalli wants time. Carmel leading 12-9.
We'll be right back. And welcome back to Roncalli High School in Indianapolis. We're here. I'm Stefan Welsh alongside Rob Brown. The Greyhounds serving again at Noel Zingraf. The Rebels able to free ball that one over. Roncalli able to free that over. And Evans taking a swing, being dug by Halter. Murphy going to give it a shot on the outside. And it looks like the Greyhounds were in the net.
Okay. That stops a 5-point run for the Greyhounds and gives Roncalli a chance to regroup. Just like we saw Carmel early on the defensive, Roncalli's kind of shifted into that posture here in the last 7 or 8 points.
Yeah, volleyball is a lot about runs and how long you can keep your serve. And if you can't terminate on that first ball, it really becomes hard to get the ball back for a serve and be on the offensive. And I was going to say, Birch, who digs that ball in the back row, nice set by Halter. Wow. Very good. Good job. Good scramble there. The Greyhounds keeping it alive. We'll see if anybody can terminate this ball. Evans hits that one long. But what I was going to say is Roncalli's running a 6-2, so Birch is serving out of the back row. She's setting out of the back row as well. So Monica Jones came out, and we have Erica Eads in on the front row. She's going to come in and play right side. So that gives you a pretty big block on that right side. Good ball taken by the libero. And, ooh, that might have been a little over, but we'll see. Murphy, good hard cut. Evans going to take another crack at it, and she rolls it. And you know what happened there is the setter wasn't playing defense, leaving a little early. It's good, smart play by Evans. And as it often happens, the player who gets the kill is going to go back to serve. That'd be Evans back to serve. See if she targets Zingraf again. Of course she does. Zingraf, really good pass this time. And Eads swinging out of the middle. The Greyhounds send that one into the net. That was number 8, McQueen. Didn't get the best approach. Halter's going to be serving now. Evans trying to take that one with her hands, just a little strong. Really nice attack by McQueen there, and a great dig by Zingraf. Cross-court roll shot there from Murphy. Ball played back up. That's going to be 4.
Yep.
No touch.
Back to a tie. See if Roncalli can keep this roll going. Nice save by Halter.
Yeah, those are really good routes run by the Greyhounds. They're getting pretty good touches, so the setter's saying, hey, let's mix this thing up and let's have our outsides hit inside, and it's a pretty good little route that they ran there.
Ooh, that was a good point.
Yeah.
I learned a little something on that last point. I'd never heard that phrase routes run in the context of volleyball. So
Yeah.
I just learned something.
Well, especially out of a serve receive, depending on where you're set up, you could have a player that's listed as a middle and plays middle most of the time, hit on the outside.
Sure.
And vice versa for an outside or a right side. And that really makes your defense have to key in on who exactly they're supposed to be paying attention to. And that's a kill off of the Lazan tried block. And I think that was number 11.
That was Waddell again, yeah.
Waddell.
Yeah. She actually plays club volleyball with Birch.
Okay.
From on the Roncalli side.
2 11s. Brell back to serve. And that's going to be saved there. Free ball over. And a little setter dump there. Bostic. And that's something that you're going to have to pay attention to in the front row. Greyhound's running a 5-1, so that's the difference there. You have a setter front row that can do those dumps. Lazan, powerful swing off of the block, gets the kill. Nice line shot.
Well, if you give her the opportunity to tee one up.
Oh, yeah. And she's just a junior.
Yes.
She played a little more middle last season, from what I recall, and did really well out of the middle, but they have a need for another outside this year, so she's shifted out there. She's going to play a little middle now, too. And that ball off the block, and that's just it. You know, sometimes you do everything right on a block, and you can still get tooled.
That was McQueen who put that one away.
So Bostic will be setting from the back row, serving. Taken by Halter, good pass. Birch sets Lazan in the middle, and she's going to get a kill off of that, too. And now the Greyhound's trying to figure out how to recover here, get a good touch off of a block. Side out, of course.
Jones comes back in.
Jones in. She'll set from the back row. We'll see what kind of decision she makes here. Maybe she'll get good enough pass and she'll be able to get Wilson the ball and get a kill here. Nice route. Wow. That was really good. Really good by McQueen. Awesome kill for the junior.
She had 20 against Hamilton Southeastern, number 1 team in 4A on Monday night.
That's no joke. 20 kills in a match means that they're giving Kobe the ball. Nice dig, nice pass there by New. And Jones electing to set near side instead of maybe pushing it outside. Made it a little tough because Lazan had to then go back and get it. But gonna have to play through this. Bostic back to serve again. Wilson blocked at the net. Roncalli can't recover. Is that Bostic serving? Number 21. I don't have her on my roster.
That's Sherb.
Sherb.
That's Jacqueline
yes.
Sherb. One of the two seniors. One of the
Jacqueline
three seniors.
Sherb, sorry. Not Bostic, Sherb. Halter takes that one, stays in the back row. And the Rebels are going to free ball that one over. Let's see what the Greyhounds are able to do. Set the middle. Doug. Wilson going to try a tip. A little close. Ooh, good job paying attention there, Birch. And a free ball over. Let's see if somebody can get a kill off of a free ball here. And a nice roll shot. Nice roll shot by Evans there. And we're going to get a second timeout here by Roncalli.
This is the biggest lead of the set for Carmel, 4-point lead.
A 4-point lead, and we will be right back after this break. Welcome back to the Ascension St. Vincent Gym on Roncalli's campus. The Carmel Greyhounds up 20 against the home Roncalli volleyball team here, 2016. Sherb serves. That ball stays in the back row, but setting on the outside. Blocked at the net. Wilson tries again. She throws it into the back right corner. And Evans is going to get a swing. Good job at the net by Roncalli. Evans going to take another swing. Nice. Good block. Try the other side here. Let's see what we can get from that. And we had
Wilson was in the net.
Roncalli player in the net. Yep.
That was a nice sequence on both sides.
It was great. That's what you want to see after a timeout. You want to see your team compete. And that's what Erasmus had just there. A short serve, handled pretty easily by Wilson. They're going to try out of the middle with Birch, and that ball's up. Save. Wilson tries tossing it into the back row. Nice job there.
Oh, wow.
Okay, here we go. Let's see if somebody can get a kill off of a free ball. And Wilson hits that one long.
That's great hustle. That was the libero, Burrell, who kept that alive.
Yeah.
Kept that point going for the Greyhounds. And now all of a sudden, Carmel has a 6-point lead.
Sherb did a pretty good job of, she had fallen to her knees, but then reached back for the ball. That was pretty fun to see. And she hits that one long, but a pretty good serve run for her.
Run of 6. That's the longest run for anybody in this first set.
Well, and that's going to bring Lazan back to serve. She's going to have to rattle off a few here for the Roncalli team to get back into it.
Yeah, Roncalli needs a run of its own here.
Yep. Hitting again out of the middle there. The Greyhounds. Lazan trying from the back row. Let's see if Roncalli can recover a little bit here. Well, that's going to take the setter out of it, and that doesn't give you many options when setter takes the first ball. Had to try it on that outside, and Birch wasn't able to convert into the net.
In that situation, you really have to kind of adjust on the fly, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. And typically, you're going to have that first. If your setter takes the first ball, typically you're going to have someone in the back row, DS, take the second ball, and they're going to be going to one of the corners, which is just what Ruthie did. It was just a little far off the net, and Birch couldn't take much of an approach. Wilson with the cross-court down ball. Doug. Evans throwing it to the back. And Ruthie again trying to set the outside from middle back, and that's really tough to do. And that one gets through the block and scores on Roncalli. So we have set point here, 24-17. The Greyhounds, visiting Greyhounds coming in, the 0-2 Greyhounds coming in.
Yep.
Looking to take the first set out of this best of 5 from Roncalli. Halter takes that one nicely. Wilson didn't put too much of a good swing on that one. Not a lot of power anyway. Good job, way to cover there. She's in the net, but it was on the outside of the net, out of bounds, and the Rebels not able to get that one over the net, and they're going to lose this first set, drop this first set. The Greyhounds will take number 1 there, and actually, so right now, I don't believe, we'll see. I believe that the teams are going to stay on their side. This is what's different now.
Yes, per the new COVID rules that were enacted nationally, all across the country in high school volleyball, one of the things they did put into play was no bench switching in between sets. So volleyball traditionalists like yourself are going to be caught off guard by that.
A little bit. I think it's a smart thing to do. So players only have to share the ball on the court and not the whole court. That's not a bad idea, I don't think. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break here. The Greyhounds take set number 1, and we'll be right back. You're watching and listening to the Roncalli Media Network.
We're so thrilled to have Peyton Manning's name on our children's hospital. But we are a hospital designed for kids.
And then the halfback went in motion and then ran a slant route across the middle. Trying to get a linebacker isolated on him. I like this beat. It's nice. Give me some more bass. A little more bass here. These are nice. Wish they had them at the adult hospital next door. They have to make this giraffe green.
That's crazy.
Might be right. Let's go red right, scat right, 585, wide drag. On two. Ready? Break. Nice ride. Y'all have these in blue? Can you hear this?
There's only one Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, offering world-class compassionate care for your child. Schedule primary, ER, or specialist care online.
Thanks, Peyton. We've got this.
Oh, okay. That's where they go.
Welcome back to the Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium on Roncalli's campus here in Indianapolis, Indiana. I say that because who knows? Maybe
People could be watching anywhere across the vast expanse of the internet.
Exactly. And they could be finding us on Rebel Media Network. Sorry. Oh my gosh.
Roncalli Media Network.
Roncalli Media Network.
Or on the school YouTube channel.
On the school YouTube channel. And you got a game coming up this weekend.
The fall season opener. Boy, if you'd have told me in June we'd have gotten here, I wouldn't have believed it. But we're fortunate. We're grateful to have the opportunity to watch Roncalli play football. Even more grateful to have the opportunity to call the game for you. We'll have it from Southport. That's an audio-only broadcast. We'll have that for you over terrestrial radio for those of us like me, old-timers that still listen to over-the-air radio. CBS Sports 1430 AM in Central Indiana, and then we'll have it also on RoncalliMediaNetwork.com for the audio feed. 6:30 our pregame, 7 o'clock the kick from Southport. A lot of intrigue for that Rebel football team, coached by John Rodenberg in his first year. He's the first football coach at Roncalli that did not have a previous tie to Roncalli since 1974. Comes out of the Catholic, that strong Catholic League tradition in Cincinnati. Moeller High School won a couple state championships, had a team that was ranked in the top 5 in the country. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing the Rebels get back to it here in this set 2.
Okay, here we go. So, opening up, Halter serve for Roncalli. Bostic sets that one to the middle, number 11. Waddell tried it, and Roncalli going to get a kill off of that one.
This was the same plan, Stefan, as the first set, to have Halter start the serve sequence, and it got Roncalli off to a 6-2 start before Carmel started to chip back in.
Yeah, and you know, typically you're not going to make too many changes because it's a best of 5, so you're not going to hit the panic button until you go 2 sets down typically, and not going to change personnel. So we'll see how that goes there as McQueen hits that one into the middle of the net from the back row.
We are high atop on the bench side here, what would be the south side of the gym in this Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium. We're right at midcourt, right at the net level.
Evans tries a roll, and she's gotten that one to go, and I think it's because she's been swinging pretty hard, but then able to drop that elbow and roll that ball just over the block.
What I was going to say is Halter on those serves, it seemed like the serves got faster once they got over the net. Yeah. Like a pitcher who picks up speed in the last 4 feet to the plate.
Almost a little bit of a drop on there too, and her ball dances because it's a nice hard float. Nice up there, but that effort eventually goes begging, not getting it up quite high enough there for the libero Brell.
But that was the same play that Brell made on that critical play late in the set 1 to keep that point alive that Carmel ultimately won to start that serve rally.
Was able to get a little bit of a pancake there. New's going to try it. Good enough receive. Going to go for the slide. And is that a touch there? I think I saw a touch, and the up ref is going to call the touch. Yep. That's the right call.
Birch got a hand on it.
Yep.
Maybe a fingertip.
So a nice slide set to the middle, and you set the slide. And that works. Gets defense a little bit out of position. Birch able to scoop that one off the net. Halter able to free ball it over, and McQueen gets the kill on the line. Those are good swings too, man. When a high schooler is getting kills on the line, you know, most of the time you're going to block across, and if she can get that kill on the line, she's a pretty good hitter. Able to hit it down line, but that also means that the set's good enough to give her that option.
And going back to that previous point, we saw Birch go to the floor to save it, and then Halter free balled it over, but how often when you see a team have to recover and scramble like that, do they get then exposed?
Oh yeah, well I mean if you're playing a good team on the opposite side of the net, you're not getting a second chance, typically. That might have been a little bit of a carry. Yep, that's going to be called by the up ref. Oh no, we're going to get a 4 call on that one.
Yep.
Okay. Ladarchek comes out.
Yeah,
Jones going in. Erasmus shaking her head on the bench there, talking to her assistant coaches. Bostic back to serve. Halter takes that one. Jones, that's nice set on the outside. McQueen gonna try that one.
Hit it wide.
Begging. And so Halter's gonna come out as Lazan, one of her middle, is gonna go back and serve here. That's a nice hard serve. Good pass there by Brell. Greyhounds just kind of free ball that one over. And we got a touch. Yep, that one's got a touch. Wilson's got a kill off of the touch there.
Did you see that one? I didn't see that one.
I didn't see it. I thought the ball came out at a weird angle, which is probably why it was a touch. I thought she was able to snap down on that one. Good receive by Brell. Bostic sets the middle. McQueen.
Nice block by Birch.
And that's something they haven't seen the Roncalli side be able to do tonight until now, where they get that outside running the middle route off of the serve receive, but stonewalling her in the middle. So good job there by Roncalli, keeping your eyes open. Gonna try, ooh, that's kind of a weird one. Number 17 into the game, Ulrey. Birch hits line, dug by Brell. And we're going to get Evans out of the back row. Dug by Lazan. And that's a nice tool kill there by Wilson.
Took a little something off of it that time.
Going off of the block. She's just looking for hands. She saw the block in front of her. It wasn't a great set, so she did what she could and played it off of the block. We're going to take a break. Roncalli up 8-4 in set number 2. The Greyhounds took set number 1. You're watching the Roncalli Media Network.
Every day, we go farther, try harder, and do things others think are impossible. But for people who are passionate about what they do, it's normal. At Ortho Indy, we make sure of it. As the largest sports medicine group in Indiana and the official orthopedic provider for the Pacers, our specialists work to treat your injury from diagnosis to recovery and get you back in the game, because you were built to perform. Ortho Indy Sports Medicine, helping you get normal back, whatever your normal looks like.
Welcome back to the Ascension St. Vincent Gym here on Roncalli's campus. Roncalli up 8-4 in this set number 2. They dropped set number 1 to Carmel. Lazan back to serve. That one taken by McQueen. Good set by Bostic. And Ulrey giving that one a shot, but it looks like number 10, Hill from Roncalli, was in the net. So we've got a little bit of a history between these two head coaches, as you had alluded to earlier. Played both for Roncalli back in the 1998 season.
Both were sophomores, classmates.
Both were
Sophomores in that 98 team that won the 3A state championship.
So Dean and Erasmus going at it.
The second of Roncalli's 3 state championships. First in 1981, the second in 98, and the third in 2006.
And back to serve is Sherb. Halter setting that ball from the back row. That's going to be free balled over by Wilson. Set by Bostic on the outside. Evans pounds that ball. And, you know, Jones got her hands up, but wasn't able to get that ball back into the court.
It was a good hard put away by the sophomore Evans.
I'm seeing her pound the ball, man.
Yeah, she's
Kind
got
of
a lot
impressive.
on it.
Yeah. She's getting up. She's getting good sets. Sherb to serve again. Roncalli receiving 2. And New is going to take that one. Set a little on the net. But Wilson, and that's really what the Rebels, what Roncalli has to look for right there. They have to get a good first touch, and I mean, Wilson can get a lot of kills.
They've got a couple players in Wilson and Lausanne who can put a lot of balls away if it's set up the way it should be set up.
Yeah. If it's a good pass, you're typically going to get a good set. I know Jones is a little young there, but typically going to get a good set, and those players can put the ball away, make good decisions too.
I put Murphy on that list too.
Yeah.
She just puts it away on cue.
Good job by Murphy. What had happened there is a back row player, back right, just vacated. Setter was going to the net, so.
This is Halter's 3rd year. She's been a varsity player since the day she arrived, and she still gets to balls that I have no idea how she gets to them.
Exactly. That's what makes her so good. Even that, I mean, just getting that ball up off of the touch already. Pretty good, and it looks like Hill's in the net again.
Yep.
She's upset. Doesn't understand how she's in the net. She says 2 times, I don't know how it was me.
10-8. Roncalli still on top. Never trailed so far in this second set.
That was the first serve by Trent we've seen tonight, and Birch able to get the kill on the right side. You love it when you have a lefty swinging on the right side. And Jones is going to come out. Eads will go back in, and you'll see her on the right side as Birch is now setting from the back row. Roncalli running their 6-2. Some might say a modified 6-2 because you sub out. Setter. Nice run there by Waddell. Followed her setter to the middle and got the kill off of the 1. Roncalli not able to get it up after going off of the block. Rogers serving for the Greyhounds, and that ball being touched, and I believe it was in too, but Hill getting the kill on that right side.
She wanted that badly. After those last 2 in the nets, she wanted to atone.
After not understanding how she was in the net, she wanted to get a kill.
Put one away.
Yep.
Get the serve back to Halter. There's Evans again, but Halter can't get to it. And Carmel gets it right back. Boy, Evans has been a factor on that front line for Carmel tonight.
Big factor. And
she's back to serve.
I credit her setter for recognizing the hot hand there. She puts that one in the net.
Is that a thing in volleyball just like in hoop? Feed the hot hand?
Oh yeah, it should be, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to win, you give it to the player that's getting you kills. And everybody else should understand that. until you get triple blocked, you should keep going to the person that's giving you the kills. That's for sure.
Good serve by New.
Nice hard cross there. Not able to get it back over to recover there, but Wilson was in the right spot. Good hard cross there by McQueen. That's going to bring Brell back to serve. One of the seniors on this Greyhound team. Lazan takes that. Halter's going to use her hands behind the 10-foot line. A great set. Nice dig there by Brell. Wilson thought she had one. And Eads goes right through the block. Nice job. Way to get a kill.
That was a tremendous job by Brell on that save on Wilson's put away.
Yeah, it's a really good dig.
Well, Roncalli comes away with the point.
Jones back to serve. And so that one is short. I don't know if coach was giving her zones, but a coach never gives the in the net zone.
No.
I know that one. Number 26, the setter Bostic back there to serve. She's had some good runs tonight. Making New pass that one. Anybody but Halter is what they're going for right now. Ulrich gonna try on the outside, and she gets the kill. Sorry, on the right side. She
That's
gets
her
the kill
first
off
one of the
block.
night. Put it away.
Yep. Bostic to serve again. Let's see if Ruthie New can take this one. And she does. That's a pretty good pass, if you ask me. And Wilson off of the antenna.
Yep.
This was baseball. It'd be a home run.
Third tie of the set. Carmel's come back to tie it up at 14 after trailing by as many as 3 in this run.
Bostic again targeting New. New had pretty good pass there. Birch out of the middle. Greyhound's able to free that one over. Let's see if the Rebels can go quick here. They try it with Lazan. Dug by Brell. And Evans gets the kill off of the touch by Jones.
That's the first lead for Carmel in this second set.
As they've
15-14.
fought back. They were down by 4 or 5 at one point.
4, yeah, as much as 4.
Yep. Lazan trying that side. McQueen getting the block, and that's going to work for the Greyhounds.
You mentioned Bostic. She had a nice run in the first game, the first set rather. 5 straight here.
New behind the 10-foot line. Wilson's going to try. Gets stuffed at the net. Halter free balls that one over. McQueen tries it. No touch. That one goes a little long. So good job for Roncalli to break out of that receive. And we'll see how they handle this next one.
Roncalli just needs to get some momentum back.
Yeah.
It's all on the side of the Greyhounds right now.
McQueen trying that one out of the back. Sorry, out of the middle, I should say. Running a little bit of a slide X option there. And that one might have gone out, but was played by Roncalli. So number 9, Yuska, is going to get a kill. And that'll bring in Sherb to serve.
She was the one that had the run.
She had the really long run in the first set.
Late in the first set that decided the first set for Carmel.
Yep. Carmel with a 2-point lead. New not happy with that one. Halter going to the outside from the opposite corner. That ball was down. Evans has them on their heels, that's for sure. Yep. And we're going to take a break. Erasmus calls a timeout for Roncalli. You're watching the Roncalli Media Network. Welcome back to Roncalli, where the Greyhounds of Carmel have a 3-point lead. In the second set, they took set number 1. And Sherb hits that one long.
And drifted on her a little bit.
So Roncalli getting Zingraf in. She'll serve.
Zingraf subbed in for Wilson, and Zingraf had her mask still on that the players were wearing on the bench, so Wilson had to remind her to take it off.
You can play with your mask on.
You can.
If you want
Good
to.
point. Yep, that's another rule change.
Yep. And Evans,
That's a nice play.
again, getting up there to just tip, and it just looked like Birch didn't read that one quite right. She's hitting in the front row. Should have been a block up. She just tipped on the outside of that block, or just over the block, or it was a different read. Trent serves, and that's not one you're going to see very often. You're not going to see Halter struggle like that very often.
Now that was a sinker ball over the net.
Good serve by Trent. Tough one for Halter. Able to pass that one. Murphy gets it down cross court.
This next sequence right here is big. 2017. I think it's 2017.
It should be 17, yeah.
2017 on the board.
Yeah,
Roncalli down 3. You need a run here. As you said, you don't want to get down 2-0 and put yourself in a position where you have to scramble.
Birch back to serve, and this can make a difference. You don't see very many left-hand float serves, so she has the potential to go a long run. That one is not a very good pass off of the float serve there, and right into the donut again. And Roncalli showing a little bit of frustration with that, but my goodness, they found a little bit of a soft middle there at the Greyhounds. A lot of tips. It's not really, I mean, they're getting kills on the hard shots, but a lot of the tips and rolls are getting scores. Halter to the outside there, Murphy trying that, and that's just going to be a tough one when you're out of system like that to get a kill in system for the Greyhounds. Evans off the block. Murphy gets it over. Evans trying again. Someone was in the net for the Greyhounds, or no, calling a double there on the Greyhounds, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was on Rogers, who was trying to pass it across there. 21-18, Halter back to serve with Roncalli trailing by 3.
See if she can bring him back. Evans takes that one kind of out of desperation, gets back up and swings. Halter to Birch, and Lazan gets a nice kill. She's not going to get awarded the kill because they're going to call someone in the net for the Greyhounds, but it would have been a point for Roncalli no matter what.
But if you're a Roncalli fan, that's the setup sequence that you want to see.
That's exactly it. You want to see a really good first touch and then a quick set to a good header. Waddell tries the slide. Birch, ooh, going to get called too.
Yep.
This is a tough one. She was trying to get skinny along the net and set that ball right behind her, but that's a tough one when that ball's right at the net. So Evans back to serve for Carmel. Lazan takes that one. Birch setting behind her. And Murphy's going to get the kill off of what was kind of a desperation set.
Yep.
2-point game here. New comes in to serve.
Yeah, Roncalli needs a run here from New.
See if we can get a block. Got the right people up there. Got a big front row right now.
Good serve.
And
really
that's
good
going to
serve.
be an ace.
She came in with 4, second on the team, behind Wlodarczyk.
Ruthie to serve
Another
again.
good serve.
Brell takes that one, stays in the back row. The Queen's going to try it. Nice snap there. And a stuff. They're going to call it out. Yep.
Yeah.
That ball was out off of the block. And we're going to get a timeout from Carmel, and Dean is going to talk it over with their team here. A close one, 22-22. You're watching the Roncalli Media Network. Welcome back to Roncalli in the midst of a run here for the home team. Ruthie News back to serve. Trying to fight back and earn a set. split it between the first two. Carmel, good run, nice dig there. Waddell thought she had one. Wilson with a little roll off the top of the block, and my goodness, McQueen reached back, and I would have thought she was swinging hard too, but she rolled it behind her head. That was a tough one to read.
She brought it back like she was going to try and hit it to Wanamaker. Took a little something off.
She took a lot off of it. Rolled it right up there. Lazan, Halter taking that. Halter's setting a lot of these balls. That's telling us that these first passes aren't that great first touches aren't that good from the Rebels right now from Roncalli. 22-24.
That point, timeout.
Erasmus is going to take her last timeout in this set. We're going to take another break here. You're watching the Roncalli. Actually, we'll keep it here. We're going to stay on a two-shot here, I believe, and bring you into our booth. That's
industry parlance for we're both on camera right now.
Yeah, and here we are.
And we're wearing masks.
We're wearing masks. I have my new Roncalli hat on today.
Looking good?
Yeah. And this is going to be really tough. I mean, it's a close one right now, but really, if the Rebels can't pull this one off, I've seen Carmel play really well tonight, and I can't see the Rebels rattling off 3 wins in a row.
Well, we talked at the top. Carmel's 0-2 record is a little deceiving because they played 2 of the top 10 teams in the state. They opened with Fishers. Back last week, over the weekend, they lost in 3. Then they played Hamilton Southeastern, the number 1 team in the state, and lost in 4. And one of those sets, they lost 29-27.
Yep.
So this is not an 0-2 team coming in here, so you would anticipate that it'd be very difficult to climb back from 0-2 down tonight.
Traditionally, would think that Carmel would have a pretty good team otherwise anyhow. Birch sets Eads, and a block at the net earns the Greyhounds a second set win, taking a lead 2-0. And we're going to take a break here. We're going to take a 1-minute break. Actually, we're going to take a 2-minute break here in between sets, and we'll join you. You're watching the Roncalli Media Network.
We're so thrilled to have Peyton Manning's name on our children's hospital, but we are a hospital designed for kids.
And then the halfback went in motion and then ran a slant route across the middle. Try to get a linebacker isolated on. I like this beat. It's nice. Give me some more bass. A little more bass here. These are nice. Wish they had them at the adult hospital next door. I think I'm gonna make this giraffe green.
That's crazy.
Might be right. Let's go red right, scat right, 585, wide drag. On two. Ready? Break. Nice ride. Y'all have these in blue? Can you hear this?
There's only one Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, offering world-class compassionate care for your child. Schedule primary, ER, or specialist care online.
Thanks, Peyton. We've got this.
Oh, okay. That's where they go.
Every day, we go farther, try harder, and do things others think are impossible. But for people who are passionate about what they do, it's normal. At Ortho Indy, we make sure of it. As the largest sports medicine group in Indiana and the official orthopedic provider for the Pacers, our specialists work to treat your injury from diagnosis to recovery and get you back in the game, because you were built to perform. Ortho Indy Sports Medicine, helping you get normal back, whatever your normal looks like.
Welcome back to the Roncalli High School, the new gymnasium here at Roncalli High School, the Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium. I'm Stefan Welsh, joined by Rob Brown. Wonderful for you to join us. We are in the midst of a best-of-5 set between Carmel and Roncalli. I'll take that. Cameo by Athletic Director You're on screen there, bud. Or was maybe. Anyways.
Well, you know it's early in the season when they run out of the diet stuff. I got to drink the leaded.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy. We'll see how that goes.
Anyhow, Carmel up 2-0 on Roncalli here. Roncalli going to have to find it really quick. And we'll see what adjustments they make here. Those first touches just haven't been very good. Roncalli not able to get very good control off of that. They're passing. Not very good right now if it's not a halter, it seems like. And that's really not a bad idea if you're any other team playing Roncalli.
Well, it's a busy week for Roncalli, opening the week with a win at Lawrence North last night in 4. And then a huge conference matchup on Saturday here at noon against Bishop Chatard. This is year number 5 of the Circle City Conference, and Roncalli has won all 4 of the previous conference championships. So they're the queens of the hill, so to speak, until somebody knocks them off. But Heritage Christian's a very good team, one of the top 2A teams in the state. Chatard, always a tough battle.
Brebeuf has some pieces,
Brebeuf has some pieces as well. I'm glad thank you for catching that. I almost forgot to mention Brebeuf.
They're not going to be bad at all. It's in the past couple of years, it's been between Brebeuf and Roncalli for top of the hill there.
Heritage Christian won the 2A state championship.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Let's get set 3 here.
Evans serves. That ball taken by Zingraf, but another tight one. Roncalli's going to be called for a lift.
Not really the start you want.
Not exactly. Roncalli's struggling here. They're electing to receive 2 still, even though that person alongside Halter has been struggling a little bit tonight. And again, a pass behind the 10-foot line. Murphy gets a good run up on that one, but hits it long. And so what we're seeing here is that first touch is still not very good for Roncalli, and that's influencing the sets and the swings. Zingraf, good pass there. Murphy gets a swing, and that one's going to land off of the block. And a kill. Lazan comes back in as Hill shifts out. Lazan going to swing out of the middle. We got Murphy on the outside and Eads on the front right. Birch setting from the back row. And Halter gets that one off of Evans. I've seen Evans try that with their hands a couple of times, and I was just going to mention that you got a really nice block set up right now with Eads and Lazan in the middle on the right side.
Well, and Evans was just handcuffed.
Yep. Evans
on that Halter served.
She tries it again. Not a very good pass. I think Halter has found her target. Halter might make Evans a better passer tonight. And she tries it again, and Brell not able to handle that one. Halter, pretty good run here. Willing Roncalli to a lead right now.
Well, Halter and New have been the 2 most effective servers for Roncalli tonight. The only 2 that really were able to put runs together.
Evans able to handle that one, but Waddell kind of an awkward set. And that ball is crushed. But again, not going to be awarded the kill because a Greyhound was in the net.
Yeah, you put it on a tee for Lazan, though. Let her do her thing.
She smashed that ball. That was dang near 10-foot line cross out of the middle. Pretty sweet. And Halter just going after it, and Evans is frustrated, but that's a tough serve, and good job by Emma Halter for keep going to the well there.
And Coach Deem calls a timeout to settle her team down.
A 6-2 lead for Roncalli in this 3rd set. You're watching the Roncalli Media Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Roncalli. Stefan Welsh alongside Rob Brown. And that ball was going to be out, but was played. And whatever, get a kill, right?
Got to take advantage.
Greyhounds don't do that, but they are scrambling. McQueen going to hit that one off the block. Good dig there by Birch. And Rebels going to free ball that one over. And coming out of the middle, a little 1-2 action there. McQueen getting the kill off of a tip again, which is something that the Greyhounds really took advantage of in the first 2 sets.
You used that term donut earlier. How often do teams try and put in that no man's land in the middle there?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of players that have responsibilities there, so it really becomes a communication thing, so it's not a bad place to tip. And so I don't know that anybody particularly coaches that off of setter dumps, but a lot of players know that it's a tough place to cover, so they aim for that spot. And a double getting called there on Roncalli.
Well, and I would think to finish that thought, I would think that the younger the team was you were playing, the more likely there would be a breakdown in communication.
Correct.
You could take advantage of that.
Yeah, you're right. Right. Zingraf able to take that one, setting Lazan on the outside and smashes that ball line outside of the block. Good touch by Rogers, but whew,
that had mustard and relish on it.
Oh my. That was not bad. Give me some more of that.
Well, this is as aggressive as Roncalli has been since the early stages of set 1. They've come out and attacked here.
And their serves have been better, a little more aggressive here. They're serving tough. They know they got to win this set. Evans with a nice back row attack there. Wilson rolls that one over. And the joust one at the net by Eads.
Nice play.
Getting up.
Nice play by Erica Eads.
And who's coming out of the game there? Is that Trent? Rogers. Rogers
does Rogers, yep.
And Trent comes in for it. She delivers a dime of a pass. McQueen throwing that ball to the back right, but picked up by Birch. They really go to Evans a lot, and she's getting a lot of kills tonight. Another roll shot that the Rebels just couldn't seem to be on their toes for to pick up. That's something that you'll see with a lot of young players. They just haven't learned how to read quite yet. And so roll shots and tips can really, really get you. New struggles with that one. Halter goes to the right side, I should say, with Eads. Looking for a touch.
Yep,
not awarded.
Not going to get it.
That was a tough angle on that ball. Roncalli with the 2-point lead, 8-6. Birch sets Wilson on the outside. And that's going to be a kill. Brell was there for the dig, but that one had some pepper on it and ended up hitting the up ref.
Just could not take enough off of it to keep it in.
Carol Ladarchek checking in for the serve. Nice serve. Ulrey going high off of the block. New trying to play that one. Halter's going to set Wilson on the outside using her platform. Nice dig there by Evans. Ulrey's going to go back. They're going to recycle this ball off of the block, and Evans is going to drill that ball through the block. Nobody was in the middle back. That's a tough read. Really, your passing or your defensive back row gets set up by your front row, and you only have one blocker up there out of someone attacking in the back row, and it's hard for a defender to set up around that. There's a lot of open court. We just had a lineup check there, it looks like.
Yeah, Jones is back in for Roncalli.
Wilson gets the kill on a roll shot. Sure, I don't know. Maybe she reacted a little slowly to that one. Maybe she wasn't getting maybe she couldn't see behind the block or something. We have Lazan here. Roncalli has a 10-7 lead here in set number 3.
Trailing 2-0.
Trailing 2-0. Brell, good receive. That's going to give you plenty of options. Lazan touches that ball, though. I think it was going to be long.
That was going to be very close.
Yuska got the kill off of that. But that was a really good first touch. A great set, and you had the middle option, and it worked out. Will's back to serve. I think that might be the first time we see Will's tonight.
I think so, yeah.
Waddell off the top of the block. It's tough. She's a tall girl. You give her a nice high set above the block, she might be able to hit that ball every night, all night.
Yeah, I'm not sure Will's played in either of the first 2 sets.
Yeah. She's back to serve again. Let's see if she's targeting new. And she does. Wilson takes that one. Good set on the outside by Halter. That ball taken. Wills and a free ball over by the Greyhounds. Ooh, not a great set. Jones struggling a little bit, or maybe Hill was just behind on that one, but no doubt the timing was off. And we have a tie game here, tie set, 10-10 in set number 3. And the tape scores that one for Roncalli.
Yeah, Carmel grabbed the first 2 points of the set, then Halter went on a nice run. Roncalli led by as much as 4. Leads 11-10 with Zingraf back to serve.
Evans lets that one go out. You got to serve tough to win tough matches. Trent back to serve. Valerie Trent for the Greyhounds. And they're going to make Zingraf pass that one, and she pushes that one into the net. Clearly struggling with her sweet spot on the platform right now a little bit.
The first lead for Carmel here in this 3rd set.
Saw this happen a lot.
They led it 2-0. This is their first lead since 2-0.
2-0. And see if Birch can save that one, and she cannot. These first touches not looking great. Erasmus is going to take a timeout. Roncalli struggling here. Had a lead, has lost that lead. Trying to fight back here in the 3rd set to avoid elimination, I guess you would say, in this match. We're going to take a minute break. We'll be right back. You're watching the Roncalli Media Network.
Every day, we go farther, try harder, and do things others think are impossible. But for people who are passionate about what they do, it's normal. At Ortho Indy, we make sure of it. As the largest sports medicine group in Indiana and the official orthopedic provider for the Pacers, our specialists work to treat your injury from diagnosis to recovery and get you back in the game, because you were built to perform. Ortho Indy Sports Medicine, helping you get normal back, whatever your normal.
Welcome back to the gym here. Stefan Welsh and Rob Brown. Emma Halter takes that. Olivia Murphy tries it on the outside. That ball's going to be dug, and then we're going to see what Evans can do. And she is able to squeeze it between the block and the net on the other side and gets a kill. And the Greyhounds really putting a run together here.
6-1. Trail 10-8, lead 14-11.
Trent serves that. Zingraf takes it. Murphy. Ooh.
Just wide.
Just wide.
Tried to hit it down the line and just wide.
Looked like a good swing. Looked like a good set. That might just be one of those hitting errors. Being aggressive, though, I like it. If you're going to go down, you got to go down swinging. And that ball out. Good call by the receive of Roncalli. A little bit of relief there. Going to need to go on a run. The sophomore Birch back to serve. Let's see if she can put something together. Give us a hard lefty float, make it look a little different, almost like a left-handed pitcher in baseball. And not a great pass at the 10-foot line, but when you have a hitter like Evans, anything could work. And that one goes long from Eads. They're looking for a touch. No touch awarded. Evans back to serve. She's had a great night. Aggressive, smart, hitting the rolls when she sees the opening. Birch sets the 31, and that ball, I'm not sure if it was blocked or if we're calling a 4 there. I think it might have been blocked.
Yeah, I don't think Eads caught it flush.
Yeah. Trying that quick set on the 31, but the Greyhounds were ready for that. Short serve, Halter takes it. Murphy's going to try the outside, and she'll get the kill off of the block. And the Rebels are going to get the ball back here and see if this is the right person at the right time with Emma Halter back behind the line. See if she targets Evans again. And she does. Evans able to handle that one okay, but at the 10-foot line. The Queen takes that. Oh, good job by Zingraf. Roncalli just scrambling here, see if we can stay alive a little longer. Not a very good tip, but oh my goodness, that ball scores.
Yeah, Roncalli never recovered after that initial save, went all the way up to the ceiling and hit the basket.
Yep.
That is suspended about 25 feet above the floor.
Lazan takes that one, gonna go to the outside for her. She'll get the kill cross.
Well, Roncalli needs to run here, really in a danger zone.
They do. They do.
Down 18-14 in the third set, trailing 2-0.
Need to get a couple at a time here. Chip away.
Yeah, you don't need to get them all at once.
Yep. New, back to serve. Evans takes that one. Pretty good receive. McQueen goes off of the block again, able to squeeze it in there. Maybe the Rebels aren't pressing as much as they need to be, but it's a good job. I mean, so I'm not going to lie. Some of these swings by these Carmel girls are pretty tough. Pretty tough. Lazan keeps that in the back row, and Roncalli's going to free ball that one over, which is never good. Another block and free ball over, and it's just loading the gun up.
Just seeing how many times you can dodge it.
You got to be aggressive, and Erasmus is going to take another timeout here. That's going to be her second in this third set, so she's all out, and so are we. We're going to take a 1-minute break here. Roncalli down 14-20 in the third set. You're watching the Roncalli Media Network. Welcome back to the Roncalli campus. I'm Stefan Welsh alongside the Rob Brown, giving you some volleyball action here tonight. Roncalli taking on the Greyhounds of Carmel, and the Rebels struggling a little bit, free balling that ball over. Ulrich going to try from the back row. My goodness, I think it might have been down. And just the Rebels kind of finding themselves a little bit out of position, struggling to read a little bit.
Roncalli's been outscored 10-3 since we were tied at 11. And Carmel now is 4 points away from firing up the bus and heading back to the north side.
Yep. Lazan shanks that one. That's tough. That's tough. Just going to need to break serve somehow and see if you can hold yours for a while. Just anything right now. All the momentum on the other side, and communication starting to break down because some people are trying to do a little too much. And a little miscommunication on the other side as a free ball gets a kill.
You don't see that very often.
Oh. In comes the hardest name on the team, Kara Ladarchik.
You had her in class. So
I had her in class.
I'm going to defer to you on that.
You couldn't ask me to spell it. Well, you could ask me to spell it, but I don't think I could do it on the first try.
And they get a point there. Does Roncalli. Still down 22-16 in the waning stages of set 3.
Ladarchik serving again. Nice tough serve. Not quite a float, just got a little bit of rotation on that. I don't know that there was a touch there, but they're going to let him play. There's definitely a touch on that one. Ulrey with the tip behind the block, and it's never good when your block reaches back for a tip because somebody's out of position and the person going in that's supposed to be covering that is way too close to the net, and that ball goes a little long. Tough to recover from that.
Carmel 2 points away from the match.
Sure, back to serve. She'll serve and then play out of the middle back. New to Jones, who is in. And that, I think there was a touch there, but neither one of the line judges is going to award that, so there must not have been one because they have a better view than I do. But that was a really good swing by Lazan, and now the Greyhounds and their team and their fans are up for this match point. And a nice float pass, float serve, I should say. Oh, and a block at the net. And that ball's going to go over, not going to end on that one. And wow, kind of a tip behind the head there by number 9, Yuska. That's going to end this match. The Rebels fall tonight, 16-25 in the third set, 3-0. And we're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll be right back. A little game wrap up. You're watching the Roncalli Media Network.
We're so thrilled to have Peyton Manning's name on our children's hospital. But we are a hospital designed for kids.
And then the halfback went in motion and then ran a slant route across the middle. Trying to get a linebacker isolated on. I like this beat. It's nice. Give me some more bass. A little more bass here. These are nice. Wish they had them at the adult hospital next door. I think I'm gonna make this giraffe green.
That's crazy.
Might be right. Let's go red right, scat right, 585, wide drag. On two. Ready? Break. Nice ride. Y'all have these in blue? Can you hear this?
There's only one Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, offering world-class compassionate care for your child. Schedule primary ER or specialist care online.
Thanks, Peyton. We've got this.
Oh, okay. That's where they go.
Welcome back to the Roncalli Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium here on the Roncalli campus in Indianapolis, Indiana. We're going to wrap up tonight's action where the Carmel Greyhounds leaving the building, heading back to the north side, as you said, with a 3-0 sweep on the varsity match, that is, of the Roncalli squad here.
Yeah, it was an interesting matchup. Certainly, Carmel was the aggressor. They had a really good play out of their front line tonight. I thought Evans and Waddell and McQueen really controlled things up front for them and put Roncalli on the defensive. And it seemed like for most of the night, there were stretches in each of the 3 sets where Roncalli was able to control. But for most of the night, it seemed like Carmel had Roncalli on their heels and reacting instead of trying to attack and dictate play.
Yeah, and a lot of that comes off of those first touches by those Roncalli receivers. I'll be interested to see, and I'll talk to Coach about this later on because I don't think she's going to join us tonight. But I'll be interested to see if they stick with that 2-person serve receive because you'd see, I mean, they were serving to anybody but Halter, and that can really. If that other person beside Halter is not having a good night, that can really put a a really a big damper on your offense.
Well, Carmel gets in the win column for the first time this year. Now 1-2, we mentioned at the top, the Greyhounds losing their first 2 matches, but to 2 teams that were ranked in the top 10 in the state, number 8 Fishers, and losing at home on Monday night to top-ranked Hamilton Southeastern. Carmel will be back in action on Saturday with the Carmel round robin. I believe they're slated to play Brebeuf and Warsaw in that matchup. Meanwhile, the Roncalli squad will be back in action here at the Vinny on Saturday at noon. Hope you can stop by and check that one out. Bishop Chatard will be the opponent, a huge Circle City Conference matchup on Saturday. So not a lot of time, Stefan, for Christina Erasmus's team to hang their heads because, as we mentioned midway through set 3, Roncalli has dominated the Circle City Conference, but all of those other schools, they are chomping at the bit to take a piece out of what Roncalli has owned here the last 4 years.
Yeah, got a young squad again, and different players playing some different roles on this team this year. With Jones being just getting her first varsity touches here, that's got to be difficult. Coming from the freshman ranks last year straight into high-level varsity play here in Indiana, for sure. And I think that she's going to get a lot better really quick, and we'll see. And really, I mean, you have a team that has 2 sophomore setters.
Yeah, which shows you 2 things. One, how much of an upside ceiling this group has, and 2, there's also going to be some inconsistencies, and sometimes where they make plays that you wonder at, like, wow, that's a great play, and they're gonna make mistakes too.
Right.
And you gotta live with the good and the bad.
Yeah, and you're gonna get some really great play out of them sometimes, and you gotta be live by the sword, die by the sword type of thing. Right now, we'll see what Coach is able to put together. I thought they did a good job, especially in that first set, of controlling their tempo. And those first touches just kind of got him out of that, and hats off to Carmel. They were able to recognize that and deliver on the game plan tonight, and I'm sure that's exactly what Dean was able to talk with her team about right after this match.
Well, Carmel beats Roncalli for the 2nd straight year. Again, the Rebels 2-1, Carmel 2-1, 1-2. Our next volleyball stream will be on September the 10th. That's why I was furiously calling up the iPad here to look that up and be accurate. Yeah. We'll be back here at the Vinny September 10th for our next volleyball stream. That will be a Thursday night after Labor Day when Martinsville makes the trip up 37 to be here. We will have, we mentioned here on the network, we'll have the football game, the season opener at Southport on Friday night. That'll be on RoncalliMediaNetwork.org. Audio only. You can also listen to that game over the air radio in Central Indiana on CBS Sports 1430. Again, Friday night, the season opener for the 52nd season of Roncalli football. 6:30 our pregame. 7 o'clock the kickoff from the corner of Bannon and Shelby. Steve Wilson will be alongside me for that one. Bob Susmico will also take part in the proceedings. And then our next video stream. Here, we got 2 for you next week, Stefan. We've got boys soccer.
That's right.
Orfeo Demizio's team in year 2 of his run as Roncalli's boys head coach. They got a huge draw on the road at Center Grove on Saturday.
Yeah.
Scored in the final minutes to get the draw. So they've got a huge rivalry game with Southport on the road tomorrow night. And we'll be back with Coach Demizio's squad for a huge Circle City Conference game on Tuesday night at Roncalli Stadium. That'll be Roncalli against Brebeuf Jesuit. I believe that's a 7:30 start time. Or is that 7 o'clock?
I think it's 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock start time for that one on Tuesday night. We'll have the call for you. I believe Sam Brown will be alongside for that one with his neck beard and his insight. We look forward to having him with us for that soccer call. And then the football home opener when we get, from a video standpoint, out all the bells and whistles. That'll be next Friday night when Franklin Central comes in. It'll be interesting to see as we go. Not a lot of differential or impact for the indoor sports, but for a sport like football, especially Roncalli, who traditionally starts the season with 3 huge rivalry games that traditionally are sellouts.
Yep.
Southport, Franklin Central, Bishop Chatard, 4,000 people.
Yeah.
You're going to have more like 800-900.
800 or 900
student
or so.
section. It's going to be a different atmosphere. But getting the conversation back to this volleyball squad, there's a lot of upside for this team. Again, only 2 seniors. There's going to be some ups and some downs, but
and really the key is going to be, are they going to stay in that 2-person serve receive? And if they are, then the other person alongside Emma Halter needs to be Nails. All right.
Well, I've appreciated the opportunity to be alongside Stefan. It was a great time, and we should also thank our crack crew tonight as well.
We had an awesome crew. I thought everybody did a really great job tonight. So on pressing all the buttons, our director, Michaela Belden. She's my advanced videography student this semester. On camera, we had Hannah Taylor. Camera 2 was Spencer Sims on this 2-shot right now. Good job, buddy. And graphics alongside us, we have Adam Geiger, who killed it tonight. Really good job from everybody tonight, so thank you. Appreciate that. You all are going to get a good grade.
I don't know if we've had a sign-off like that before. I'm going to let you go ahead and sign off. Just hope you can join us on Friday night for football. And those that were with us tonight, we thank you so much for watching.
Wonderful job by everybody tonight. Thank you, Rob, for being here. I'm Stefan Welsh. That's Rob Brown. Thanks for watching us on Roncalli Media Network. We'll see you later.
So long, everybody.